so I can give you guys the ultimate value. So before we get on to this topic of building a company versus building a brand, let me first explain to you guys on stuff that's coming up for this particular quarter, the first quarter of the year. So you guys all know I started a brand new series on YouTube. If you go to camelsuccessnetwork.com, you get to check out my most recent episode. And that series on YouTube is called Weekly Reset. So every single Monday I upload a video, and now we're on episode 4, where I talk about like how I set my week up. You know, I talk about, even the last episode I just did, I talked about how I messed up last week. You know, well, not messed up. I tried something out as it pertains to my planning, but and it didn't work for me, you know. And I created this series because I want to teach you guys the real behind the scenes stuff that goes on for anyone who's working from home, any entrepreneur out there whose main income is coming from their business. And I go deep. I go really, really deep into my creation, into me figuring out what I want to get done, what my outcome I want to have every single week. Like, I really get real and raw. So make sure you guys check out that series because it's amazing. Another show that I have is I created a brand new show called Success Spotlight. Okay. And this show is going to be sort of my late night talk show, where I'm going to be featuring guests on this show and sort of spotlighting their business. And if you're interested in being a guest, it's for any woman out there, or man, it could be a man too, who is changing the game, you know, who's really transforming people's lives. So if you're a coach, service provider, or product provider, there's a great opportunity for you to spotlight your company and what is it all about, and how you reach out and connect, and how you actually changing the lives of men, women, and children all over the world. So it's a great spotlight on what it is that you do. And then my last show that I have, that I'm launching, which was named my Success Domination Show, but I'm renaming it to the Success Launch. And it's a show mainly for all of my clients. All of my clients who are inside of my Sales Success Academy program. It's a show that's featuring them, where we go deep. We go really, really deep with that show. Hey, Roz, good morning. So I'm super duper excited about all these shows. And the reason why, I know people probably going to be asking, well, why are you creating all these shows, Letitia? Why don't you just create one show to where you talk about everything, right? I'm going to get into that, more deep into that in just a moment. But I create different shows because every show, hey, Kendra, how are you? Hey, Deborah. Hey, Darlene. Oh, guys, you're rolling on in. Listen, guys, start a watch party right now and share this live out right now. If you want to know the difference between creating a company versus creating a brand, definitely share this out and tag someone in here. So, yeah, because each show has a different theme. Hey, hey, Marielle, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Guys, y'all watching this live, type in hashtag live. You're watching this on the replay, type in hashtag replay, okay? Yeah, so I'm featuring my clients. So I'm creating different shows because each of them have a different theme and a different purpose. And now I want to get into this whole building a company versus building a brand. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, recently I started to become very much brand biased, you know, because I see a lot of coaches out here online who call themselves branding coaches, call themselves business coaches and stuff like that. And I'm just speaking about that particular lane because I'm so much in depth. Thank you for sharing, Deborah. I'm so much in depth into that right now. Oh, no worries, Darlene. I got you, mama. Because I realized that, and let's talk about the branding first. Before we get into why you need to build a company versus building a brand, let's first talk about the reason why I am brand biased and how I feel that you should not first think of just limit yourself to just building a brand. I'm going to tell you why. The first reason why, and this is the top reason, because any branding coach out there loves a client like you, because they're like, listen, I'm going to bring you in and I know you're going to keep spending money. I know you're going to keep spending money. You know, I'm a creative media kit. I'm a creative graphic. I'm doing all these things. I want to keep you forking out that money all the time. and not getting any type of result. The result is to make things look pretty. But you're, in your mind, you're perceiving it as, oh, I'm going to make money if I build a brand. I'm going to go more deep into this. So when it comes to branding, and last month I had a conversation with my clients about this. When it comes to branding, branding keeps you in a box. It really, really does. Branding keeps you in this boring, typical, mundane box of logos and colors and, oh, this is my message, this is my intro, this is it, and it just keeps you stuffed in this box that the minute that God decides to work on you, to elevate you, to expand you, you struggle because you become so loyal to staying in this box. I have to stay in this box, right? And you're more than that box, right? The next thing is, it's more about you than the people you want to help. It is. Like, everyone that I've seen, and guys, listen, I have seen multiple hundreds of brands being launched just in the past 2 years. What I've seen, looking from my eyes, okay, and I know if y'all can relate, type in me. But from what I see, it's more about you, not about the people that you're trying to help. It's about your mission, your message, you're this, you're that. You may talk about the problem that you want to solve, but it's more about you, not the people that you want to help. Right? Another thing that's so ironic about women who are going so hard on building a brand is that there's no real structure that's being built. You know, brand building has nothing to do with revenue and income and closing and conversion, and they may teach that, but it's not so much in depth. Because I have trained a course, you know, for 2 years, or somebody, you know, help somebody else train their course, and it was more stuck on, I want to create a pretty brand, I want to build more structure or this and that, than actually converting. When the conversation came to converting, nobody made money. Whenever came that time for an offer to be made, people got uncomfortable because why? There's nobody teaching anything to help women launch, build conversion, and actually help a woman feel comfortable with saying, I'm ready to ask you for that point. We get so stuck on the image, not the conversion. I had a conversation with a young lady last night, and she was like, Letitia, I'm building a funnel right now, but I'm stuck because I'm not clear on what it is that I want to offer. And I actually helped her build her complete offer last night. I had 2 conversations, one with that lady, another one with another lady, where I actually helped her build 8 companies under her one floral brand. Her one, not brand, but her one floral name. And I showed her how much she can charge for all of her services, for each and every single services. Because when a client comes to me and they say, I want to make this amount of money per month, I'm going to show you how you're going to make that particular amount of money per month. It's not a conversation of, well, you need a funnel, or you need to build a list, and you need, no. I'm going to show you. Yeah, absolutely, Darlene. Darlene said, true, your brand should evolve. It absolutely should evolve. But the evolve side does not come from the branding side. It comes from, now you got to build that company. Like the Camel Success Network, my company name, that's my company. That's not a brand. Like when people say, oh, what's your brand? I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have a brand. I have a company. Company, not a brand. I'm not gonna be this Letitia Campbell that gets pushed into a box of branding when I'm so much more than coaching. I am a company. I'm a walking, living, breathing company. When I walk into a room or to an event, I represent my company. So another point I want to make to this, again, when it comes to branding, guys, I feel that women are doing it more to make things look pretty than to actually make money. And then they go for months and months and months and months on end not making money, right? And then they go back to their so-called branding coach or branding strategist, whatever y'all branding coaches title yourself as. And they say, well, I'm not making money. And then I've seen this with my own eyes. Instead of the branding coaching saying, oh, let's figure out a way for you to make money with what we already built for you. Now, what do? They say, you know what? Why don't you pay for $2,500 for a media kit? Or why don't you pay $5,000 more for a funnel or a brand new membership site or to pay for some new graphics? You're paying. Hey, Erica, how are you? You're paying and paying and paying. They're putting a Band-Aid on the problem. They're not actually healing anything. Are y'all getting me so far? Somebody type in hashtag I'm ready down below. They're not really healing the problem. They're putting a Band-Aid on it. So I had to sit back, y'all. Let me tell you something. Hold on, let me grab my coffee here. I had to sit back and get so crystal clear. I did. I had to sit back and say, wait a second, Letitia. All this stuff that you're doing is not on teaching and mentoring and talking about. And if y'all can hear me, give me type in number 1, guys, if y'all can hear me. It has nothing to do with branding, right? It's nothing to do with branding. Everything I teach is sales. But here's the part of this whole thing is that even when I was teaching that, oh, branding is, I hit a wall. Because I want my clients, just like Darlene said, to evolve, to become like unlimited streams of income that they can think of and produce and develop that falls under a company. Thank you, Deborah. So let's go into the company side. Are y'all getting this so far? And if y'all have any questions, please type in down below your questions or your comments, or let me know if you're loving this. You know what I'm saying? And those of you who need help, one of the things I'm going to be creating in February is really getting you guys to design your company now. Okay, design your company now. Doing that inside of my membership club, and you can join my membership club for as low as $9 a month today. All you have to do is go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com and get inside. Hit that very first button. And the membership club, what I'm really going to be really diving in on this inside the membership club is creating smart activity for you guys, help teaching you guys how to do that. Because I feel like we do so much, but then when we look at our bank account, we're like, oh, I'm not seeing any, I'm not reaping from all the work I'm putting in, or you don't know where to get started. Another thing is that when you fall into the branding side, right, you're not keeping record of your revenue. Some of y'all are not even writing down how much money you make every single day in your business, right? And I think that you guys should do that. Even if you didn't make any money yesterday or the day before or the day before that, write it down anyway. Put on your calendar, I made 0 today. I made 0 today. You know why? Because the more times you writing out those zeros, it will get you angry enough to change those zeros into 20s, into 2,000, into 2 million. But you gotta write it down. We're keeping so much more record on assets and graphics and funnels and all this stuff instead of record of how much money that we're actually making in our business. And when you're writing that down and you're seeing that you're not making enough, then you're going to do something about it. Instead, you're going to the branding side and saying, well, I know I'm not making money, I'm not keeping record, but you know what? Let me go over here and spend more money over here and still not. Are y'all feeling like, are y'all feeling what I'm talking about right now? And I talk about this, guys, I see it all the time. So let's talk about building a company, right? You know, Camel Success Network, everything, and also everything that my clients build is full on company building. It's like really structuring it that way. So that way we're creating long-term goals. Like we just got finished with creating our year at a glance inside of my membership club. And basically what that's about is like futurescaping your business, right? And I reverse engineer everything I do, especially with us futurescaping our businesses. And I know some of y'all like, well, Letitia, what you're talking about, you need to get inside of my membership club so you actually get a chance to see. But when it comes to building a company, let me just say this to you. You who are watching this right now, you are an entity of multiple different things. You're not just that one thing. You're not just a coach. You're not just a product provider. You're not just a service provider. You are multiple different entities in one body, right? So in knowing that, it's hard to go onto the branding side because, like I just said earlier on, guys, branding keeps you positioned in that box, in that bubble, right? And you can't break out of it, right? So with a company, you can promote, advocate, launch multiple different entities of who you are, what you want to represent, how you want to help people, right? Another thing is that building a company is about building a business model, not a business structure. Like I've seen coaches talk about structure gives you freedom. Great, but you can't make money off of a structure. You can't. I don't care how many times you'll do that same structure over and over again. You can't make money off a structure. You can only make money off of a business model. Okay. Another thing is the last point I want to make before I hop off here. At some point in your business, you have to hand off either responsibilities or whole sectors of your company. A lot of times, coaches will say, get a VA, get a VA. And I had this conversation with somebody last night. They'll tell you to get a VA, get a virtual assistant, right? And I always tell my clients, if you're starting off or if you're just starting to build momentum in your business, VA is not a good investment for you right now. Why? Because you haven't even built a solid routine enough to say, okay, I built a system and now I'm handing this complete system to somebody else to take over so that way I could work on other things. Are y'all catching this so far? That's what really virtual assistants are for. Is for you to give them a whole section of responsibilities, tasks, processes, procedures over to those individuals. So that way you can elevate to work on something else. And a lot of times these coaches are not teaching that. And it gets me so angry because they're just making you and forcing you to fork out more money. And you're not seeing the results on the back end. Because really, guys, listen, quiet as is kept, the back end is what matters. The back end is your bank account. The back end is how much money that is coming in. Even myself, I've seen a huge difference in my income every single day because I had to get rid of some people on my back end. I had to say, girl, I know you out here trying to be unstoppable, but you got to go, you and your ashy ankles, because you are forcing me to deplete my business, and we can't have that. But we get so focused sometimes, oh, I'm collaborating with this person, or my business is looking pretty, and I have all this, and we're not looking at the back, and we're not even looking at the reputation that we are even trying to perceive onto ourselves. And guys, listen, this is not meant to be shady. Okay, this is not even meant to even be a slight read. This is meant to get you guys to understand the reality of structuring your company, how you have to make hard decisions sometimes all the time. Okay, to say, listen, if this is affecting my bottom line, this has to go. I need to focus on my bottom line. And that's what I loved about when I worked in the corporate world, because only thing that mattered was the bottom line. And I know other people out there going to say, well, building that brand, people are going to fall in love with your brand and they're going to fall in love with you. But we get so wrapped up in that we get unwrapped up in our bottom line. Is your bottom line, are you winning in your bottom line? Or is revenue coming in? Is money coming in? Are you building powerful connections? And if you're not, guys, it's your fault. Because you're structuring your business as a brand, not as a company. So y'all can look at the Russell Brunsons, the Oprah Winfreys, and all these different things, and you're looking at them, you're like, well, they're a brand. Okay, you could look at it that way, but really, they're a company. They're a company. Come on now, because love, hate, or indifferent, you look at them and they represent a power, like a fist. They represent something powerful, impactful, and it's something that's going to be around to the end of time. Why? Because when you structure your business as a company, right, you got longevity, right? You got your business model, and you have all the help, the assistance, everything you need to build it fast. Now, this live may be stepping on some toes, and that's okay. The reason why I'm glad I'm stepping on toes, because I'm telling you, I've been having conversations with people in the past 3-4 months that have brought me to tears of the amount of money I see so many women spend on branding coaches and business coaches, and they're not making any money. Hey, Alexia, they're not making a dime. They're not making a dime. They're not launching anything, and they're still spending money. I was having a conversation with a lady the other month, and she was like, yeah, I want to work with you, Letitia. I should have been working with you from the beginning, but I'm stuck with this coach till April. First of all, sweetie, you ain't stuck with nobody. Don't ever make a coach, a mentor. Don't ever make anybody on this internet streets make you feel like you are stuck. If that person is not helping you effectively or delivering what they promise on, honey, stop that payment. And no shade. At the end of the day, if we make more business decisions instead of relying on our emotions, we'll be making so much more money. You're going to be so further ahead by December that you're going to be like, wow. Why? Because you made a business decision and you did not depend on emotions. I have fired tons of people in the corporate world or in the business world because I had to buckle down to making a business decision. Back in last year, October, I sent a lengthy email out to a particular partner, not partner, but a person I was collaborating with. And I broke away from that person. I broke away from their entire organization because that was not a decision based on an emotion. That was a business decision. And even if people feel slight or upset or indifferent about me, I don't give a damn. You know why? Because I don't really build my business off of emotion. You can't. If you want to survive on these internet streets, ladies, don't run your business on emotion. That will kill your business every single time. You'll get less things done. You take things you take things so offensive, right? Instead of sitting back and say, listen, sweetie, this is not working. It's not profitable. That's my word. I'm like, it's not, this is not profitable. Because I don't get on here to play, I get on here to slay. Okay. And that's it. Motion out. And a lot of times in the past, when I've done that with people, a small amount of them understood. I got you, Letitia. I understand. No worries. But it's the large amount of people that are like, oh my God. They want to go on social media and talk about low-hanging fruit and all. Boo-boo. Business decision. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Some of y'all got to watch this again. I totally get it, right? So I hope this brought you guys value, y'all. Listen, I'm going to hop off. I'll be back on tomorrow morning. I have a gym. I have to meet with my trainer at 9:30. I'm trying to do this show, y'all, this morning show in between 9 and 10. So some episodes might have to be pre-recorded. But again, I'm always going back and checking out my comments. So you guys don't have to worry about that. So my other two shows, which is my Success Spotlight show and my Success Launch, I will definitely give you guys more information on when I'm going to be uploading those episodes. They're going to be awesome. And also make sure y'all check out my weekly episode of my weekly vlog on my YouTube channel. And all this stuff, guys, you can find at camelsuccessnetwork.com, okay? And another thing, y'all, if you're not a part of my membership club community, make sure that you get inside. It's an amazing, amazing community. I'm actually going to be adding on some stuff in the next couple of weeks, but you guys got to join now because it's $9 to get inside now. But that price will go back up to $39 on February 1st. So $9, you get to keep that price. It will never go up. But that's a special gift for me, guys, to give to you. From mine to yours. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you deserve. Have a good day.